There's one thing college football Week 5 taught us that cannot be disputed. The terrain is unpredictable. We can identify this week's pretenders, looking at you Ole Miss supporters, and teams whose seasons are all but over, with 4 defeats before October even comes around. Even though no team has definitely established dominance. We save the highest ratings for the really remarkable events in our assessments. Failing scores are final. Colorado's incredible Hail Mary turned in a spectacular performance last week, while Missouri head coach Eli Drinkwitz received a failing mark for his perplexing time management. The quarterback for Virginia Tech also had to deal with an unlucky safety, which hurt his case. Week 5's winners and losers. Winners. Alabama defeated Georgia in a legendary fashion, solidifying their position as the nation's preeminent college football team. Those who fail, the NIL environment is still evolving. It's clear that the majority of the Ole Miss football team is profiting greatly from name, image, and likeness contracts. Cameras record everything, so the spotlight is always there. Running back Matt Jones seemed to have an injury during the Rebels game versus Kentucky, which prompted play-by-play announcer Sean McDonough to address the matter. Thankfully, Matt Jones made it off of the field unscathed, according to McDonough. Just an obvious phony wound. Since defensive tactics like this are often saved for the opposition, this calls into question the morality and responsibility of the party involved. According to rules expert Matt Austin, the lack of a penalty for this kind of behavior in the NCAA rulebook calls for a change to the regulations. The Screen Actors Guild now charges a $3,000 initiation fee and $236.60 in yearly dues for anybody interested in pursuing a career in Hollywood. Any NIL amount of money appears to be able to pay for it. Faux pas on social media. Now let's discuss social media. Here's a hint. Simply quit calling games before the final whistle. You don't have to press the submit button too soon. What they said. The departure of Matthew Sluka, the quarterback for UNLV, due to unmet expectations, has been a focal point. UNLV Athletics interpreted these demands as a violation of NCAA pay-for-play rules and Nevada state law, the school said in response. We don't participate in this kind of thing. Hugh Freeze, the head coach of Auburn, recently gave Ole Miss's Lane Kiffin praise for overseeing his team's NIL efforts. Kiffin said, "It's kind of him. He'll undoubtedly attempt to kidnap Walker Jones, just like he did with all of our instructors." Jones is in charge of Ole Miss's NIL program, Grove Collective. Stat verification. Houston has scored 0 points in their previous 2 games against Iowa State and Cincinnati. 3. Georgia's 48-game losing streak versus Alabama. 45. Georgia's winning streak over the previous 48 teams, Tennessee, Army, Indiana, and Texas, that have not yet fallen behind in a game. Baylor's 8th consecutive Big 12 home defeat. Louisiana Lafayette won 41-38 over Wake Forest, earning a payout of $800,000 for the match. The Dogs are off for a week, but while we wait for another exciting week of college football, let's enjoy the activity and excitement that the sport offers.